Yo, what a great start to the show. Yes, people, what's going up, guys? It is KJ. It is the FA Cup, Manchester City with the comeback to make sure they go through the semi-finals of the FA Cup. Pep Guardiola with the tactical changes in the second half, and Nico O'Reilly with a masterclass. Guys, let's flip and go. Yes, people. Welcome back to the Football Terrace. We are live straight after Manchester City's victory against Bournemouth away from home, coming out winners to go through to the semi-final of the FA Cup. The final score is 2-1, and after a very shaky start, Man City find a way, as they normally do in these situations, to come back and win. We'll be talking Man City's first half. We'll be talking Pep Guardiola, and we're talking their young midfield starter who was out of position today, but made the difference, made 2 assists today, and that is Nico O'Reilly. Guys, smash the like button for the Football Terrace. Smash the like button for Manchester City and the brilliant win. And share this out. Share this out to everyone who's not here already. Make sure that they know that the Football Terrace is the only place to be when teams have lost, won, drawn, or what. And whatever the result is, the Football Terrace is where you want to do, where you want to be for match reactions. And of course, subscribe to the Football Terrace, people. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And we'll get straight into it in a moment. But I just want to say how you guys are doing. Guys, in the chat, let me know how you are doing. A man like Marmoush, Ramen says, Marmoush just needs confidence to become the team star like he was at Frankfurt. And then he will become the best player in the league. We're going to start that. We're going to start that comment, people. We're going to start that. And what we're going to do, we're going to come back to that because that'd be a great question to ask the panel. We should have some Man City fans coming on today. We have shared the link out. So it's one of those ones where if they don't even turn up for their own team winning in the FA Cup, hey, when people say they're plastic, I'm not saying they're plastic, but the actions, hey, that's all I'm saying. So Man City fans, make sure you come through because I know I've sent you guys the link. So make sure you come through, guys. Indeed. Right. Let's get into it. Manchester City's first half wasn't the greatest. Yeah, it wasn't the greatest. They had some good moments. Some good moments with Haaland, sorry. And it just wasn't connecting. And then obviously they get their penalty. I don't think there's anyone can argue if it was a penalty or not. And you just felt, I don't know what about you guys, I just felt with the way that the game was going, I'm like, you know what? I reckon Haaland will miss. And he ended up doing it. He did actually end up missing. And I thought from there, like, is this a sign of Man City faltering a little bit? Caving underneath the pressure. Because they are the outright favourites for the entire competition right now. Everyone, even though they've been in poor form, people will still say Man City are the favourites to go and win. They've got the best manager, one of the best managers in the world, one of the greatest managers of all time. They've got one of the best goal scorers we've seen in the Premier League. They've got some legends of the game in that team in Kevin De Bruyne. So the pressure is on them. And I thought with that penalty miss, I was like, is this going to be the day that Pep doesn't win a single trophy in the entire season? Because I haven't seen that for a while. I need that in my life. And then Bournemouth go on the other end, exerting their pressure, playing their pressing game to a T, making Man City make mistakes. And then next thing you know, boom, Justin Kluivert gets in, gets a shot off. And I think Evanilson, I can't even say his name properly, but their striker, Evanilson, my guy from Porto, yeah, that will do. He gets an easy tap in. Well, not easy tap in. He was competing with a defender, but he gets a follow up, and it's 1-0. And I'm sitting there rubbing my hands like, yes, it's gonna happen. the day is going to happen where these men don't win anything for an entire year, for an entire season. I love that. And then, obviously, Haaland misses some chances. That chip against Kepa didn't go his way. He had that header as well earlier in the game. And everything was just lining up for a Man City stinker, Bournemouth playing great, and they go through to the second round, to the semi-finals of the FA Cup. Then halftime comes, and Pep made some tactical changes in the second half. And this is what Man City fans have been asking Pep to do. But when things are going wrong, change it up. Make the right decisions and make sure that we win no matter how we win, no matter how we play. And Pep made a great call. He made a great call. He took off Kuzanov, who was having a shaky game, got that early yellow card, and then brings on Nico O'Reilly, who is not a left back. But he put him there anyway. And then from there, City just seemed to have that extra bit of energy that they were missing. And Nico O'Reilly, with the first few touches that he had all of the entire game, goes on a great run, perfect ball, and Haaland's there at the back post. And you're thinking, okay, Pep, fair play, but can you go and get the win? And not too shortly after, Nico O'Reilly pops up again with great pressing, some brilliant pressing, wins the ball back, plays in Marmoush, and Marmoush, the shot wasn't great. I'm not going to say the shot was amazing. Kepa, 100% should have saved that. But when luck is in, your luck is in. He's in the right position. He takes the shot early. And boom, goes underneath Kepa, and that's 2-1. And then all Man City had to do then was just control the game. We know what Bournemouth are like. They will press you. They will be on your back. They will be making sure that you can't take a breather on the ball. But Man City, after that second goal, was calm. It was cool. From what I saw, there wasn't really trouble to that. And that's the Man City we're used to. And to be fair, I'll congratulate Pep and Man City because they could have tried to do their passing thing, try to make everything fluid and now they said forget all of that. We're making sure we get the win. And I can do nothing but respect that. You know what I'm saying? So fair play to Manchester City. The only downside is that I think Haaland picking up an injury there. We'll see how long that lasts for. Obviously, Man City fans are going to hope it's going to be a knock because they have the Champions League to fight for in the league. So they're going to need Haaland. They're going to need Haaland to potentially win this FA Cup. So it's going to be one of those situations where you hope that it's not too long. But that's the only thing that you can say that is probably a downside to Man City's game today is Haaland getting an injury 100%. Now, the question will be, will they now go on to win it? I think they will. I think this is one of those games where probably the best suited team to beat them, they've gone and now beat. And I don't know if Forest have the firepower to beat them in the cup. I know they've beat them in the league, but when it comes to cup competitions, experience is needed. I don't know how many of those players have been to semi-finals and the final. You look at Crystal Palace, you don't really think they can do it. And you look at Aston Villa, who may be the closest to them in terms of squad quality. What experience do they have besides Unai Emery of getting to finals? So it is looking like, for me anyway, a Man City FA Cup win in the next 2 games. I hope I'm wrong. I would love them to not do it, but I think it's going to be them because they have the experience. They have the players to change the game, and Pep is Pep. You know what I'm saying? Like Pep normally finds a way to find a trophy. So fair enough. Guys, we've got some people here for the panel. We have got man like Patrick. We've got Strasbourg Steve and girl like Kel. So our favorite City fan and our favorite City fans and our favorite fan of nearly every club under the sun is here with us. Before we go and bring them out, make sure you smash that like button, people, and subscribe to the Football Terrace. But I'm here with, and also we've got Vader coming in as well. He's just joined as well. So a man like Patrick, Steve, Kel, and Vader is here as well. Man like V. Guys, big comeback, big second half performance. Manchester City through to the semi-final. Nico O'Reilly showing that he can be part of this squad, because I know that many City fans were doubting him. Patrick, what do you think of Man City's second half? And
before I start, I want to address those frauds. Where are you now? You scumbags. That's what I'm gonna call you, because you guys, you make it so difficult for some of us. You make it so difficult. Every time we tell these guys that sometimes in life you just have to give the youth opportunity. And me and Kels have been preaching about Nico O'Reilly, saying this kid, if Chelsea were willing to drop a 50 on him in January, and City were like, the only way we can give you Nico O'Reilly is by giving us a buyback. Why do you think that? Yet there are certain City fans are like, oh no, these kids are not ready. They are. Look at the game. I'm going to start off with the first half. The first half, it was the normal City. We knew what was going to happen. We knew exactly what's going to happen. They'll be passing the ball. Sometimes it looked like the old City. It looked so classic. But somehow I kept on shouting. I was doing a watch-along for the first time. Very funny, because I was forgetting I'm on a watch-along and saying things I'm not supposed to say. Hopefully YouTube is going to find me for that. But anyway, most moments you find we're just passing the ball, but we have no bite. And sometimes when Bournemouth attack us, they're very good in transition. That's what they're famous for, this team. They're very good on counters. Guess what was happening? These old players, the older generation players, they couldn't handle it. Every time Bournemouth were cutting through us, but every time we have the ball, we look good. I saw Gundogan doing a 1-2 with KDB passing the ball, everything looking great. But again, nothing. I was looking at the stats before the Haaland pen. I think there was one shot on target for Bournemouth, one shot on target for City. That was the Haaland pen. And after that, it was 2 and 2 each. It was not great attacking-wise, you know. Bournemouth obviously were sometimes getting to our final third, but they had nobody. They had no presence. I know the striker, you're saying your guy, the one who scored, but majority of the time he wasn't in the box. So for me, second half, exactly when Nico O'Reilly came on, and I was so happy. Do you know what? When I saw him doing all that, I was like, yes, you frauds who are sitting at home. Yes, you frauds from who always come after people and say, oh, look at you guys. You just like these youngsters, but they'll do nothing. Look at what he did. You can tell that this kid is a baller. And you know what? I've been looking for KJ. We've been saying we would like to see Nico in midfield, because we don't have a box-to-box in this team. And Nico O'Reilly can play box-to-box attacking midfielder. And look at him. He's playing as a left back and still cooking. So I'm happy, man. Another person who came and changed the game was Marmoush. Now, some City fans will get emotional, because some people already got emotional when I say this. Haaland has been a bit of an issue since last season. What do I mean by that? Yes, he's a goal scorer and a presence, but his pressing is non-existent. Am I the only one who's seen that? I don't know. If you watch football, sometimes, especially in the game these days, you have to press. Haaland doesn't press. You can see KDB pressing. Haaland just stands there.
Sorry,
sometimes.
Steve. I think there's some feedback coming from someone's mic. I'm not too sure who it is. Don't know if it's.
I was on mute.
Is it mine? Is it mine?
It might be you, Patrick. It might be you.
Wait. Are you sure? Okay,
yeah, I just muted. So did that help at all? Here.
Yeah.
Are you sure it's my mic?
No. Everyone stay on mute until it's your time to speak to us. I don't know where that came. That just came out of nowhere. But yeah.
Wait. Yeah. I'm saying when Marmoush came on, it sort of changed also the game a bit, because he was pressing. He was making those pressing runs that Haaland was not. I'm not trying to say Haaland is a bad striker. It's just sometimes Haaland doesn't press. Last season at the end, he wasn't even doing it. And then even when Marketing came in, he was playing very well, tracking back. Let me just say this. City fans, I'm so happy that this happened today, because when the youngsters came on, you could see a different type of City. Bournemouth couldn't counter us anymore. What did Bournemouth start doing? They started hoofing the ball, trying to doing this hoofball football. They were no longer being silky on the floor with the ball. This is what we need. We need more youth in this team, and I'm so happy we've won, man. Because shout out to Nico Gonzalez too. I don't understand why it took so long to bring Nico. And shout out to Kovacic and Nunes. Again, to the fans who keep giving abuse to Nunes and Kovacic, saying these guys have to be the first ones to leave. Nah. There's certain men who have to leave this team, but not them. But I'm happy, man. FA Cup. I know we're playing Forest. I'm not really sure if we're going to be able to smoke Forest, but it is what it is. I'm confident right now and happy. Haaland is injured. It's very sad, but Marmoush is good enough to be a deputy. I'm going to have to bounce now because I have to hang out with my daughter because I've ignored her the whole day.
Fair enough. Enjoy the rest of your day with your daughter, Patrick. We love you on the terrace, and yeah, hope everything's going well for you. Kel, you are someone that have been calling out Pep about his changes. Will make the changes, make something happen when we're behind. And today, he got it spot on. Talk to me about Pep and his tactical changes in this game.
Yeah, man. Nico O'Reilly changed the game. I was doing a watch along with Steve, and I was like, damn, this guy made a difference. Like, he made a huge difference. And we, like Patrick said, we've been crying out for the youth. And it worked, man. It worked so well. And Omar looked really good too when he came on. I was really shocked he didn't start the game. And I was shocked Nico Gonzalez didn't start the game either, because Nico Gonzalez didn't have international duty, and a lot of these other players did. So that was a bit surprising, but yeah, all the subs just hit really hard today, really well. Nico changed the game right away. And also an underrated aspect of that was Joshko moving to center back. And he gets a lot of crap when he plays center back, because he's had some bad moments because he doesn't play there a lot. And I thought he was really good today next to Diaz when he moved to center back. So that was a good consequence of the substitute as well. But yeah, just I'm very happy with this performance. I was very nervous the whole time because we've had a lot of moments where we've bottled games late. Like KJ knows this very well from when we played United. So I was just very nervous the whole time, but I'm very happy we won. The first half I thought was lacking a lot of energy because, again, it's the old guys. But at the same time, Haaland easily could have had a hat trick, which is also frustrating because he missed. Oh God, that breakaway he should have had. Like I was like, Omar would have scored that if he had been on. But and that penalty miss was really. He's been awful on penalties this season. I think he's taken 7. I think I saw the stat. He's taken 7 and he's missed 3. That's like unheard of. Like he's usually like bang on. And of course, somebody on Twitter was like, Omar would have made that pen. I was like, yeah, you're probably right. You probably would have. So yeah, first half just was lacking the energy. Bournemouth had that good press going, but yeah, they weren't as good as the second half. And also our substitutes really changed the game, and they had to change the way they played, and it worked. I'm very happy that Pep finally trusted some kids, and Nico should be getting more minutes. And let the old guys. You don't have to play them all at once. You can sprinkle some younger players in there. You can do Kovacic and Nico Gonzalez. Like, no one's going to be upset about that. De Bruyne quietly had a pretty good game. And I didn't think Gundogan was terrible, but I was really shocked that he missed that off the post, man. I was like, bro, you got to bury that.
Yeah,
I was crying out for that third goal just to calm my nerves down, but we never got it.
That looked like it was going in. But yeah, I hear everything you're saying. Vader, this is the second half performance. Is this giving you confidence that hopefully in the league and especially for the FA Cup that you can go on and win it if you can replicate that kind of performance?
Yeah. You know what, KJ, allow me to be shameless right now. Listen, Pep put on a masterclass today. Look at the substitutions. He put on a youngster, right? And listen, I'm not gonna go after Kells or the other City fans, but the old guys needs to stop. All right, we need to stop referring to our players as the old guys. What? It's
ironic because they're all like 10 years younger than me.
The old guys. Nah, we need to stop this. No, but Pep got it right, in my opinion, because we could have easily been up a goal or 2 in that first half. Because it's really, I'm surprised. Again, when I see Haaland miss, I'm surprised. If I see Nunes miss, I'm expecting it, right? When I see him score, I'm surprised. But Haaland, when he misses, I'm like, whoa. We could have easily been 2-3-0 up, right? We were playing well. I think Pep got it right in terms of what he wanted. I already knew that starting 11, our fan base were losing their minds. Oh my gosh, like Kels would say, the old guys are all playing. What's happening here? But there's experience.
And I did do that.
You were one of them. I'm sure. But the experience is there.
You were in the chat. You saw.
And what Pep did, in my opinion, is obviously he brought on a young and took off a young, right? If we're going to be using this kind of terms for our players. But Kusanov came off and he brought on O'Reilly. And I think he had the combination right. I think we also showed on why we need to have a combination of the two. Maybe not that old guy starting 11, but a combination of two, because we need that experience and we need the legs. But I thought Pep got it absolutely right. We look at how we dictated that second half. We look at how we outscored them, obviously, to come out with a win. When I want to have confidence moving forward, this is all I'm playing for. KJ, this is all I'm playing for. I don't have United to worry about with this FA Cup this season. So let me deal and try to get that trophy. Let me also try and secure top 4. I think Pep knows what it takes, as much as he's getting a lot of doubters speaking about him, because again, I guess for whatever reason, what he's done for the 6 that he reminded everyone of early in the season, and for the 4 in a row, everyone's doubting him this season on whether he can get it right. I think we go out and we get this top 4, top 5. The FA Cup is what we need. And then, yeah, we look at a yes, disappointing season with regards to where I guess Manchester City standards are supposed to be, but we move, and this is what we got to shoot for. Who do we face next? Because I wasn't even looking a game ahead.
You get Forest. You've got Forest now at Wembley.
Leicester. Premier League next.
Yeah, Leicester in the league, Forest in the
Leicester.
Yeah, but in the for FA Cup, we got Forest next.
Yeah,
next in the league is all right. Leicester. All right, yeah, we got a good run.
Yeah, well, very fair enough. Very fair enough. Steve, neutral opinion.
Yeah.
Where I want to talk about. I want to talk about the first half. I want to talk about Phil Foden. What is happening with Phil Foden right now? Because he's got a lot of stick from England, from the England fans. He's been getting a lot of questions about him for the PFA Player of the Year. What has he done this season? And I don't know. In this first half, especially, it felt like more of the same from Phil Foden. Do you think he can recover for the last part of the season?
I think if you have runners around him, because actually just before he got subbed off, he started off the second half decent. I feel like his involvement in the game isn't at what it was last year, probably due to the lack of runners and overall just the midfield. I talk about the midfield all the time when it comes to football. It's where you win and lose games 8-9 times out of 10. And with Foden, yeah, he has to take a lot of personal responsibility, but he's not the only one struggling in the team. Because there's been a lot of change. Obviously, there's no more Walker. There's, new players coming in. Obviously Rodri out is a big miss, but with Foden, I just feel like he's like a shadow striker kind of guy. And when you play him out wide, I don't think he has that crazy burst of pace that you need to be a winger necessarily in the EPL or any league really. You want to have that. He's not like an elite dribbler. He's like a guy that likes to create and combine and play through balls. And when he's drifting out wide, it's easy to mark him out of games, I feel like. So, I felt like, though, if you play him with a Marmoush and a Haaland, I feel like their skill sets have a nice little combination. I've been saying for a minute, the January Man City window, it looked like that they were going to switch like a 3-4-1-2 sort of thing, where you have Haaland, Marmoush, Foden, and then 4 in midfield, and then 3 center backs, something like that. Because you can't go to 3-1-4-2 because Rodri can't be the guy in front of the 3 center halves. So I feel like maybe that's part of the reason, but apparently there's something going on else with Foden. Like, who knows? But who knows? I don't know, man. I just feel like he's not playing his correct position out wide, really. But
go on, Vaya. You want to say something?
Yeah, I think Foden, in my opinion, Foden's wasted out wide. I think you got to rely on his creativity, his half turn, the way he attacks. It is very congested. The way teams decide to defend against us, the middle is not anywhere to be, especially if we play slow and we're not playing direct. When we allow teams to get bunkered down and congest everything defending their 18-yard box, is really hard. But Foden, of course, he's had a difficult year compared to last year. But what he did last year is well-deserved. What he earned what he earned, right? It wasn't given it to him. It wasn't given. So I think he's deserving of the criticism this year. Can he fix up for the next 8-9 games or whatever? I mean, we'll wait and see. But honestly, a player like him needs to look at next season. Finish this out strong, but it needs to be, you know what? I'm going to remind the world on why I'm that player and I've been that player next year. And take the shots from the rivals. Rivals got to take their shots at him because they had to remain on mute. They had to remain silent and quiet last year. So yeah, take it. It's deserving. It's what happens when you're at that level. And he takes it on next year and proves everyone wrong again.
Do you think Pep, Vader or Hamza or whoever, do you think you should change up the formation? I think we know Pep though. Pep changes based off of the opposition as well, right? And I think right now what's difficult for us is there's no clear strengths when you think of what we want to dictate against the other team. And that's because of, so many changes that we had to do within the midfield, the lack of physicality, the pace and power that we clearly don't have, right? When Kels and others are like, no, I don't want to see the old guys, is because we know that pace and power isn't quite there. So Pep's got to decide on, do we play direct? Do we play our style in moments? And that is where I'm more like, you know what? Let me see what the manager decides to do. Because I know it's going to be a complete 180 next year. It's going to be completely different. I think he's doing what he's got to do just to get the results right now.
Yeah, and that's fair enough. Phil Foden, will he be back? I reckon he will next season, just not this year. One of those years where
KJ, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go on.
How was it watching the result in that Aston Villa game?
Good.
Seeing what your former man did over there.
Yeah, hey, listen, I'm happy for Rashford, man. I'm happy that Rashid is able to,
it gets his value up.
Get his value up, get some confidence, get a smile back on his face. It only helps us at the end of the day because we need money. We broke his hell.
I don't believe that you need money hype.
No. We need money.
Manchester United need money. Get out of here.
For
Jim Ratcliffe is broke? What are you talking about?
No. Ratcliffe
He's a 50 billionaire.
We as a club ain't got peas like that. We ain't got cash.
Get out of here.
No. Listen.
Especially if you don't qualify for Europe.
Yeah. We don't have cash. And then we've got like flipping PSR to worry about. Hey, fun fact.
We're still paying off transfers.
90 million in the summer without signing anyone. We have to spend 90 million for paying off transfers. So this is what I mean. Yeah, it's peak for us right now. We're actually keep banging in goals, keep getting assists, win the FA Cup with Villa. I beg you do. Because 1, hey, I'll be happy for you. 2, big up my hometown. 3, man will be in the parade, bruv. You'll see me there.
Wow.
If Villa win the FA Cup, man's buying a Villa Bashu shirt, man gonna be at the parade. That's the only silverware I'm seeing this year. Because we ain't know the hell we'll win it, no FA Cup. I mean Europa League. So yeah, it is what it is. Hamza, your guy, Marmoush comes in and rescues you guys. See you later, V. And gets you guys to the semi-final. I was asking just a simple question. Are you gonna win the FA Cup? Are you starting to believe that you've got the trophy in the bag?
Yeah, because thing if you look at this game, everyone thought Bournemouth are favourites. It's the first time that you're going to games and people think, oh, Man City gonna bottle it. You have to give it first about the problem this year. We've never seen a club doing 4 in a row and then suddenly going through that blip. And it tells me there's a lot of, because these players are exceptional. Yeah, KJ, they won 4 in a row. They delivered the trophies that no club has ever done. And suddenly 1 year later, you're not seeing the same thing. Is it one player? Then you're looking at the problem is players are tired, exhausted, older, injuries. They keep not getting rested. But the question you ask them is the mentality they had. We've seen March and February, teams when they're under pressure, they capitulate. You look at Liverpool. Yes, last week against Newcastle, when the pressure was on, in February, March, what happened to Liverpool? Beaten to Newcastle. But City are different. They're the opposite. When pressure's on, I'm looking at today's Bournemouth or March. I'm seeing them going to Bournemouth, and they're a better team than Bournemouth. Fair enough, they make mistakes. This is the biggest problem that we've got this season, is we're making calamity mistake. Our right back is not a right back. Kusanov is young, but the right back era is a common problem. We're conceding through that area, which we completely different, because we're playing Matthias Nunes, who was number 8 or number 10 in other clubs, as a right back. So to go to Bournemouth, a team that beat Nottingham Forest 5-0, the team that beat Arsenal 2-0, the team that beat Man United at Old Trafford 3-0. They're not an easy team. They're not an easy team. Unless you're delusional. Bournemouth are a very tough team. Semenyo, Clive, top team. Absolutely. And today, to go there, we missed chances. We missed the penalty. And I thought, it's going to happen again. They go 1-0 down. Give the character. Marmoush comes on and give the credit to the young 19-year-old boy, Nico O'Reilly. From nowhere. He's a midfielder. Some fans, I think Kel, I don't know whether Kel's asked, that play these youngsters. He's come in, he's created the 2 chances that scored the goal. Marmoush's come off the bench, he scored the goal. And City were able to keep Bournemouth sharp. We could have scored another 2 goals and won this. And so it shows me this is the character. To me, I'm looking at this and saying, let's get to the end of the season. Because I know it's not KJ. I know we're not good enough. I'll put my hand up. Kim will tell you. She doesn't trust him. But there's a lot of factors. We know there will be a lot of signings. We need to win that cup. Because Nottingham Forest, I'm going to meet them in Wembley. I'm not meeting them in Nottingham Forest. It's not an away game. It's Wembley. I'm back to Wembley. So there, it's a neutral ground. And I think I can beat them. If I win the FA Cup, it's a big boost. If I win the FA Cup, for example, come 3rd or 4th, I've had a better season than the likes of Arsenal. Frauds. Spend money and bring no competition. Can't even bring a single cup. Champions League is the only one that they're waiting for. But if they don't win anything, and I come 3rd or 4th, KJ, you're a United fan. You're a Heritage. You know it's about cups. If I bring you and say, yo, I've got an FA Cup and I got 3rd or 4th place, I've had a good season compared to the frauds like these guys. Yes. Yeah, do you see what I'm saying? So if
we win the Europa League and finish 15th, have we still got a better season than Arsenal?
Because you go to the Champions League.
Yeah, if you win a trophy,
You get to the Champions League. What?
Hey, I'm gonna take it.
Let me tell you. You know why, KJ? When you come 2nd, 3rd, 4th, whatever it is, all you get is a little certificate, say certificate of participation. Hold it up there. You participate in being involved in the Premier League. You ain't getting only trophy. You're getting a cup. You're gonna lift that cup. So I hate United. If United win the Europa League and come 12th or 13th, they have had a better season because they're gonna play the same competition as Arsenal. And I hate Man United. I prefer Arsenal. So to me, 100%, it's all about cups. Me, I need to get this cup, FA Cup. And you have to give credit because through adversity, the most difficult season Pep is going through, surely he can win a cup. Surely. Because you saw it. I'm going to go back and tell you, you're going to hate me for this. Man United won 3 in a row. 98, 99, 99, 2000, 2001. 2001 to 2002, their 4th season, Fergie came 3rd, got knocked out the FA Cup at 4th round, got knocked out Carling Cup at 3rd round. It was hard because Fergie knew. He said in his interview, my players are tired. I can't do it. So if Pep wins it, wow, I'll be impressed. I think Pep, to me, I have to respect Pep.
You know what? I was waiting for. I was like, where is he going with this? And now I understand where you're going with it.
Stop trying to figure out where he's going with it.
I'm right.
But, hey, if that's your opinion, cool. And I know what you're trying to say. Don't worry. We got a super chat here from Luke Skywalker saying, "Hit the like button in the chat. Make sure you do that." We got one last thing to go through, and then we're out of here. Short one for you today, because obviously, who cares about Man City winning, really? No, I'm joking. Man City winning is important. It's important. He says, Rahman says, Marmoush just needs confidence, and he will become the best, one of the stars of the team, and become the best player in the league. Hamza, I know Marmoush is your guy in it. So, do you believe this? Can Marmoush become the best player in the Premier League?
I see the runs he makes. I see the 1-2 he makes. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. The runs he's making, he can shoot. Yeah, he can shoot, and he shoots on target. He scored at the Bernabeu. That's not a bad player that scores at the Bernabeu. A free kick. He scores a hat trick. He bullies Newcastle, who beat Liverpool. Scores a hat trick against them. He scores today again. Comes off the bench. It's just I'm frustrated. Pep's not playing him. Kel, would you not agree? We want him to.
I was saying he should have started the game. I think he should start every game behind Haaland so they can develop chemistry. Like we have this time where we're not pressured to win every Premier League game like we usually are. We can play around a little bit. And I think this would be a good time to kind of get this Omar and Haaland chemistry set up so that we're really ready to take off next season. And I disagree with that comment. I think Omar has a lot of confidence because that first goal he made against Newcastle, I was like, there's nobody on our team that could even attempt a chip like that. And he just had no hesitation and it went in. It was beautiful. Like, I think he has a lot of confidence. I think he's seeing now the frustration Haaland has had for the last 3 seasons where no one can get him the ball. And that's more frustration. I don't think he's lost his confidence. I just think he doesn't trust his teammates yet because right now they're not getting him the ball as often as they should.
Exactly. And
they're not good. Because the midfield's just not good. They can't do it.
And we saw that. We saw that against Nottingham Forest when he made 3 good runs, 1-on-1, and Bernardo didn't pick him up. And I'm the biggest fan for Bernardo. But
even the Chelsea game.
You can't keep doing this. And against, what's the name? Brighton. Class goal. Again, he won the penalty. He scored the goal. He won the penalty. Haaland scored. He scored a goal. I think he looks already a player that is already showing sparks. He's showing, look at other strikers. They need time to develop. Most players need time. He's coming 38 goals, GA, in 37 games this season. Yeah. That's elite.
Also,
no one does. No one gets it. Let's be good.
Also, we don't play to his strengths or Haaland's strength. And they're still starting to pick up goals. Yeah. Haaland is feeding on absolute scraps this season, and he's in contention for the Golden Boot. And we don't play to Omar's strengths at all. Because like they're direct players. Like we have all these direct players. And you're talking about earlier, do we need a change of system? Like I think we do need to go more direct in some of these games because we have so many direct players. Like Omar, Foden is a direct player. Doku, Haaland, like we need, and Savio, like set them loose in some of these games. But Pep is persisting with the tiki-taka guy with the guys who can't really do it. The older guys.
Pep has mentioned before that football is changing and looks a bit more direct. And you've seen, to be fair, with his purchases in the last 2 seasons or so, that there are a bit more direct players in your team. So maybe he was just waiting for the summer for they get the right midfield pairings and the right midfield signings and maybe a new right back and so on for it to click, and boom, everything clicks into place. But yeah, congratulations to Manchester City for getting to the semi-final. I will put you down as strong favourites to go in and win it. I would hate that, but you got to give it to Pep and one of the greatest teams we've ever seen in English football. Even when they're down, they can find a way to win trophies, and that's important. That is very important. Guys, make sure you like this video and smash that like button, and make sure you subscribe to the Football Terrace as well. This has been a nice quick one. Man City, congratulations. Kel, Hamza, Vader, Patrick for coming on. Thank you, Steve, for your contribution as well. Yeah, and Terry will be back. He will be back. He's spending time with family tonight, but he will be back tomorrow with some reactions to the weekend, and also the top 6 show will be tomorrow as well. So make sure you guys check us out tomorrow. Until then, everyone, enjoy the rest of your evening, and well done to Man City once again. Peace out.